Of course, we start with the warm-up every...
It is Edakk.
It is indeed.
Oh, it looks like JackRaBeat trying to go for a little bit of swag there, and common place to do it, grappling back into that slope in the middle. We'll have to see.
So this is a fun map. There's a lot of interesting item play goes on because the map's layout is relatively.
Yeah, there's a couple routes that players tend to stick to on this map just because of the, I would say because of the distance between segments, and there are relatively spaced out grapples as well. So you really have to make sure that you're aiming for the right strats to get the maximum speed along most of it. And also with items sprinkled in at pretty much all of the important sections, we usually see a lot of item play.
I think JackRaBeat just tripped to Edakk. Wow, that rocket! So many rockets in these tournaments have surprised me in ways that I didn't expect them to be able to get even close to hitting their opponents.
We actually saw Edakk barely just missing that spike, but still, you know, not able to come back there. It looks like also getting Edakk with that ball. Not quite able to get him back with that item. Although, strangely, Edakk opting to kind of troll Jack again, actually successful in that after a couple attempts. So, that's interesting.
Oh, Edakk making two mistakes, or one mistake and then a punish from Jack there. And then he's
and it looks like going for the route all the way on the bottom, which is an easy cam if the other player is significantly far behind.
Alright, but with that, we're going to be getting into the actual game, so Jack is the first one to pick. We're going in sure enough. I don't have. I think we've seen sure enough one other time for the.
I think we've seen it a few times, although I'm not sure if it was just the warm-ups. But this tends to be quite an interesting map, just due to I would say there's quite a lot of paths on it that can be taken. Players usually stick to like a couple of them, but we do often see a lot of variation here in play.
This is definitely the most interesting map design-wise. So shout out to, I think it's Raw Green. I
believe it's Cucumber who made this map.
Oh yeah, Cucumber. That's right. Definitely Cucumber.
Yeah, so it looks like Edakk taking that first round, just kind of outspeeding on this section. Just very clean grapples into the right side.
And there you saw a little bit of interesting differences in route between Edakk and Jack. Jack taking the bomb route and does some grappling up and down to gain a lot of speed, whereas Edakk opts to try and just maintain the speed that he has.
Yeah, and we saw him use that bomb on the left side there, actually missing the subsequent grapple, which really took away most of the speed in that section, and he was just trying to recover.
Jack getting that camera kill on Edakk. Oh, ooh, nice ball.
Yeah, so it looks like both players losing a point on that right side due to a couple blunders. Edakk opting here to go back for some boost, which might have been a mistake, but it looks like he's coming back, so clearly it wasn't. He's doing
definitely just
doing quite well.
route. Yeah, because just was more comfort taking that top route, but I think Jack's
Yeah.
route definitely. Oh. Yeah,
I
think
mean,
not quite
taking
getting
that
the
route,
comfort.
definitely put him in the back, which happened to not really be in his favor for this round, and giving Jack the game.
So with that, it's Edakk's pick, which I would expect to see maybe another mansion. I know he's a big fan. Maybe some random workshop I don't know about. Oh, there it is, mansion.
Yeah, so it looks like some Twitch players also, or Twitch chatters also, discussing Edakk, saying that he better win. Which it would be funny if we have another upset here. I believe Deckard was also another ESL winner, if I'm not mistaken. So another old player. It's a little bit surprising to see that upset, but at the same time, some of these new players are actually quite good, and we can possibly see that again here.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of new talent out here. It's definitely interesting to see the changes in the way people play as well. Because different generations, we'll say, of players, even though it's not really all that, but different quote unquote generations have different a lot of times have very different styles.
Yeah, so it looks like both players taking fairly standard routes on this map, both very fast. We see Edakk trying to go for that sneaky ice there, doesn't quite get it.
Where Mansion is also one of those maps where I feel like, yeah, you can get items in a lot of places, but I feel like a lot of the times the routes that get you items are just so much worse.
Yeah, it's a little bit debatable. I would say it's more of like a play preference or a choice to like take those routes. Like here we see Edakk going for the bottom route here to get that item. Although the top route can be a bit better, but only one player can actually go into that bottom side, so...
Just to specify, we're not saying Jack is a new player, we're saying he's newer to the scene. I don't think he's ever played in a tournament before.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen him around nearly as much as Edakk. Edakk's been around for, in the tournament scene for years, which is why I'm saying, he has that trail for a reason. Although not saying that Jack is, new, completely new or anything. He's also, I recognize him around. He's been in the game.
So now we're going into genetics. This is the definition of a grapple map. Like I think every surface pretty much is grappleable. I can't even think of any ones that aren't really.
Yeah, I would say most of it, except for maybe this rightmost section.
It's just this tunnel. Yeah, it's like the tunnel and the climb. That's it. I haven't like actually looked before. So yeah, genetics has a lot of grapples. There should be a very fast map.
Yeah, so it looks like Edakk actually making a very good cut around that corner, but losing a lot of his speed into that wall. So very unfortunate. Could have been a very nice comeback there, but just a little bit of bad luck for him.
The one thing I will say about this map that I don't like is that I feel like a lot of the time item play kind of becomes like non-existent because of like the distances you guys are apart and the speed at which you're traveling and all the laps. So then like a lot of times items just all come out right there.
Yeah, so that bomb was actually very well placed. Kind of blocked Jack from actually climbing the wall there the way that he wanted to.
Yeah, very good bomb. Very smart usage. Just trying to force him as he jumped to go back onto the same wall he was on. That really throws off.
Yeah, so it looks like Edakk losing some of his speed here. Possibly tried to go for the top, but ends up in the bottom here.
Oh, it's nice grapple grapple spamming on the wall. So you can do a handy little trick where when you're on a wall, if you want to stay on the and climb that wall because there's no like jumpable surface nearby, you can hit grapple and then jump almost immediately thereafter, and you'll slowly like kind of caterpillar up the.
Yeah, which tends to be fairly common on this map, I would say, because there's that little distance that you still need to travel usually when you're going up that wall, or oftentimes at least. We'll probably see that again here.
Ricky, so there's actually two ways to do it. There's the way I just explained, but then there's also, I believe, a slightly faster way to do it. Also very, very unfortunate. But there's a slightly faster way in that you can jump away. I think you let go of your any buttons, and then after you like let go, as you jump, you hit towards or something like that, towards the wall, and you'll just do like, your momentum is a weird shift, and you end up going towards the wall even faster.
Yeah, so it looks like there we saw not quite that, but we see him jumping back into the wall with a bit of boost to try and save some time. Looks like that will be a game to Edakk, or Edakk,
Yeah.
sorry.
Very nice play. Wasn't sure what was gonna go on there. It looked like for a hot minute, Jack had the reins of the match, but Edakk making a comeback, making sure he just doesn't He's been practicing for his play style.
Well, that's actually a very smart move in tournaments like that. Getting to know your opponents. Very important. I would say that's definitely something that you know, players who have been in a lot of tournaments might do that a bit more often. Kind of researching your opponents, trying to figure out how you can best maximize your chances of doing well against them.
So here we go into Casino. Edakk taking that bottom route. I don't think I've really seen anybody start with the bottom route, but it definitely paid off for him with that ball.
Yeah, definitely something you don't see all the time, but it looks like gave him a bit of a lead here, and actually ends up, I'm not sure if by accident, ending up on the top here, getting all that boost. Syntome, this is actually not yet the finals, this is just round 2, but we'll have a short break, and then we'll be continuing on to semifinals and finals. I'll be doing a little ping on the Discord server before we start that.
Oh,
It looks like getting cameraed in the same place again. Unfortunate.
Very strong, or very smart play coming from Edakk. I think it's the second time he took the top route in an effort to try and mess with Jack's. A lot of player knowledge coming through from Edakk, not necessarily map knowledge. Obviously.
Yeah. Although I would say he has been playing quite cleanly this whole time, so
Yeah.
You know, not to say that it's
I was just trying to say he's not doing anything fancy. He's just doing normal stuff very well, which is obvious.
Ooh, and we see the quick taunt thrown out at the end there. Something that you couldn't do before yesterday's patch, I believe.
So now it's, I believe, Jack's pick. Very interesting. I think
Yeah.
this is the most interesting scenario when you have somebody who's up 3 games to somebody who has 1 game, because then it's kind of like they still have a chance to come back, and it's underdog story. That's real hype, but there's still also quite a mountain. So let's see. I'm hoping Jack can maybe turn around and give us quite an interesting narrative.
Yeah, so it looks like Jack's pick will be Granary, which is your map, so maybe you should speak a little bit on it.
Greenery. So I think I talked about this a lot in the last one, so I'm not gonna get too in depth here, but Greenery is just one of those maps that I feel interesting. Not quite sure what Edakk was doing.
Yeah, that was kind of an unexpected start there. Don't typically see players trying to go for that route in the first round, especially.
Interesting. It actually paid off for him quite well there. He ended up with more boost going into the second round on even footing otherwise. So, alright. That was super pro. Wow, never seen that done before, but cool.
Ooh, actually, Edakk trying to get that grapple there, kind of missing it and almost getting hit by those spikes or not being fast enough to get past those spikes.
So yeah, this match has been quite volatile. My goodness, already at 3 wins. We're only halfway through the lap.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of kind of item plays, kind of some misplays as well. Like the first round, I would say not sure if he was trying to lose there, probably not. But regardless, it looks like we're going to be giving Jack the point here. Not even a full round in.
A convincing play from Jack right there. Wow, that was. There's literally there's two boost tunnels above the map in that map. And also, yeah, that is the thing, technically. However, the reason for that is that way you don't get stuck in the boost tunnel at 300 FPS. So I'll say that there is a reason for that. So don't come at me.
All right, so it looks like match point again. We're going to be on theme park, which
Also, I think I did
just
fix
saw last game. Ooh, actually, Jack kind of getting tripped on some boxes there. That's going to be a quick first round for Edakk.
Now that the might be interesting to see if one of them opts to go back, but either did. Oh.
Looks like an interesting bomb there. I didn't quite see how that went into the wall, but it was perfectly placed for keeping...
I think he just jumped and slid, and then that's how I got into the wall. Like, the way I think that's how it happened.
Yeah,
I just wasn't
sure, just because that wall is quite thick, so
yeah, it was
a little bit hard to place things properly there.
That was very nice from Edakk.
Yeah, so it looks like we see a little bit of different play here. Jack kind of going for the middle, which is more of a precise jump. He ends up missing that grapple, although it is a harder route, I would say, to get consistently.
Oh, that was a cheeky little grapple coming from Edakk trying to catch him off guard. Oh, I don't know who put that box there. I think it was Jack, but forced Edakk to. Actually, that might have been a box from. Now that I think it. Wow, but that box really messed with Edakk's riding.
Yeah, so it looks like both players trying to play it fairly safe. Jack actually putting a box on that slope, which was dodged very elegantly by Edakk. He's still doing quite well here. Actually getting that door open for him as well, which really pulled him back into the lead.
That was a nice grapple. Turned around and let go of the wall just to make sure that he was able to get that off. Jack was most certainly not expecting that. Oh, and Jack forgets about his own box.
Ooh.
Oh no.
And that might... Oh no, actually it looks like we're going to be continuing on. Edakk probably could have won there if he'd actually gotten up into that top route.
Jack getting a second chance at life.
Yeah, although it looks like it may be short-lived since I'm not sure what he can do here.
Like taunting in the... Okay, alright, it doesn't matter because he can... Oh, he didn't do that. He can use the camera kill here.
I don't think... Oh, but that rocket
wow,
just completely destroying Jack in that last round.
That was quite crazy. So
yeah, it seemed like Edakk trying to show off a little bit there, but doing it a bit early. I think if he had jumped at the end there, just upward before doing that taunt, he would have had that win.